Washington Journal continues.
We want to welcome Governor Tom Ridge. Tom Ridge spent 12 years in the House of Representatives from Northwest Pennsylvania. That includes Erie and Sharon, Pennsylvania. Former governor of Pennsylvania, the first Secretary of Homeland Security.
It was declared a terrorist organization under the Clinton administration with then perhaps misguided but hopeful intent that it would mean that the Iranian government might be more conciliatory in its discussions with us. These individuals are now in a place called Camp Ashraf, and they surrendered their weapons. They were being protected by the American military, and that protection has been turned over to al-Maliki and the forces in Iraq. What you should also know is that the EU, with several well-respected jurists, took a look at this organization and said they do not deserve to be considered a terrorist organization. The United Kingdom did the same thing. There was a circuit court here in the United States that suggested that they do not belong, they should not be treated as a foreign terrorist organization, and right now that designation is before Secretary Clinton. It's ironic, this is a group of men and women who have fought for democracy in Iran for many, many years. When I visited Paris, sir, I've also spent some time with some older Iranian women who showed me pictures of husbands and sons and daughters who had been imprisoned, tortured, and then murdered. There's been thousands and thousands of those instances in that regime, and obviously we look very carefully at our public advocacy for the delisting of MEK. We are quite comfortable. We are certainly within within the limits of the law, and will continue to aggressively pursue the delisting. These men and women want to voice their opposition to Ahmadinejad, and for some reason we somehow think that keeping them listed as a foreign terrorist organization improves our chances to negotiate with Iran. They look with impunity at the United Nations with human rights resolutions. They look with impunity at the United Nations in the U.S. when it comes to the negotiations on their nuclear arming. And so let's face it, one of the least we could free up people who want to take their opposition and their support of democracy to the streets.